I, 24F, just saw my boyfriend, 25M, of 3 years resume. How do I proceed? My boyfriend wanted to go back to school. I have a decent paying job, and we have been in a fairly low-cost living situation, so I agreed that I would financially support him while he left his old full-time job and searched for part-time employment that worked around his new school schedule. It's been about 6 months since he quit his job, and he hasn't been able to find work outside of picking up the occasional shift at Target, which according to him, they only drop about one a month that he can pick up. I know that the job market is bad, so I haven't been blaming him, but I have made it clear that the financial strain of supporting 2 people, while paying off student loans and our car, has been a lot on me, and I would like him to focus on finding something so that he can financially contribute. Today, I had the idea to have him send me his resume to see if I could help him beef it up and support him in the job search process. He sent it to me, and it is no longer a surprise that he hasn't found anything. It's blatantly clear he's never even Googled how to properly format a resume. There are no bullet points of his responsibilities below the jobs listed. Each job has like 1 sentence each, which doesn't even reach the end of the page. For education, instead of his current school, he just listed higher education. He was in a project manager role with many accomplishments before this, and he hasn't listed any of them. I am so angry because it's clear that while I have literally cried to him over the stress of supporting 2 people, he hasn't even Googled how to format a resume. I'm thinking either he's an idiot, or he's enjoying being provided for and playing video games all day more than he likes the idea of helping out. I need to know if I'm being unfair. He has been applying, and he has been going to interviews. How do I bring this up to him without seeming judgmental? I feel like my judgment is clouded by anger right now, and I don't know how to proceed. He's currently at school, and I have a few hours before he gets home. Too long did not read. I have been running myself ragged to financially support my boyfriend in his job search, and his resume looks like someone who's never even Googled the word resume. How do I bring this up to him without being judgy and confrontational? A project manager doesn't know how to write a resume? Yeah, I'm not buying that. Either he had someone else write his resume, wasn't a project manager, or deliberately messed it up on purpose so he wouldn't get hired. If you dump his ass, I bet he'll have a job within 2 weeks. He's an idiot, and you are not his mom, dad, or mentor. Get out of there, or this is your life till you get too old to work. Do I, 27F, need to communicate my deadline for a proposal to my boyfriend, 35M, of 5 years? Title pretty much sums it up. My boyfriend and I just celebrated our 5-year anniversary last week. I have maintained our entire relationship that marriage is a requirement for me. He said he wasn't sure about legal marriage when we first got together, but wasn't decided either way. I had told him to let me know what he decided, so I knew how to proceed. About a year and a half ago, October 2024, he said he wanted to marry me. We then moved across the country together in the following months, and he said he wanted to wait for that to be over before officially getting engaged. Fair enough, we were both stressed. It's now March 2026, and there's still no proposal in sight. I asked him about it a few months ago, and he said he felt like our relationship wasn't in a good place anymore. I had a hard time adjusting to the move and was pretty depressed, which put extra stress on him. That was in December-ish. Since then I've made improvements to my mental health, picked up a lot of the slack I dropped in regards to partnership and household maintenance, and I feel like he still doesn't want to marry me anymore. I think I hit a breaking point a couple weeks ago. He says he loves me and wants to be with me, but I feel like he's still blowing me off on the marriage thing. We've talked about this a few times, and he says it's not true, he's just working hard, etc. His favorite line is, "We're getting there." It feels like I may wait forever for this. I've kind of set a deadline in my head, where if there's still no proposal by October of this year, then I'm going to leave. Is this something I need to tell him explicitly? Or is that just pressuring him to do something he doesn't want to do? I feel like either way it could come across as manipulative, but at that point it'll be 2 years since he brought up marriage the first time, and he hasn't followed through, which I feel like is plenty of time for him to have done it. Any advice on how to proceed with this is appreciated. Edit. We picked out a ring on Etsy over a year ago. He makes low 6 figures at work, and the ring is like $300. It's not a money issue. My personal opinion is that deadlines for marriage are stupid. If your partner isn't intending to marry you, what good your declarations would make? They should want it, not be dragged in screaming. Move on. Get out now while you are young, and have time to start over with a partner who wants to marry you. Sending peace and love. Do you really want him to propose because you give him a deadline? Just end it now. If he wanted to marry you, he would have asked you by now. How do I, M19, explain my girlfriend, F20, of 6 months that I do not enjoy texting all day every day? My girlfriend and I have been together for 6 months. She loves to talk, like she could talk for the whole day and still have topics or things to talk about. I'm the opposite. I don't talk much. I love to listen, but I'm not that good at having long conversations, 2 or more hours, and I often need to have my personal space and time between social interactions. Recently, my girlfriend has been complaining about me disappearing for hours, not more than 2/3 hours at a time, and that's true. I do that, but not because I don't like talking to her, but because often I don't have anything to say at all, to anyone, not just her, and I find it unnatural to talk about things I'm not interested in just to talk, or to feel like I need to talk, or she will get angry at me. I'm not made like that, and I feel pressed into having conversations even when I don't feel like it or I'm doing other things. Any advice on how to help her understand is appreciated. Disclaimer: we still talk every day for 5-6 hours a day, but she still thinks it's not enough. This is not normal. Does she not work? Or go to school? Who has 5 hours each day to talk? She sounds exhausting. Tell her that 5-6 hours a day is plenty. Hell, I don't even talk to my husband that much in a day. What the fuck is she talking about for 5+ hours? You just have to be honest with her. If she changes, congrats. If she refuses, end it and you got your life back. Win-win. I, 31 female, asked my BF, 32 male, to reflect on the company/friends he keeps around. This feels like it's turning into a big argument. He is basically interpreting it as I'm banning him from seeing his friends or cutting them off entirely. He has a group of friends since high school. They play card games together, 2-3x a week. Every play date lasts up to 7 hours, ending at odd hours of the night 2-3 a.m. plus etc. We don't live together, so initially I didn't care or put thought into it. They started this weekly meetup approximately 7 months ago. What caught my attention was that he would disappear for many hours, and I'd message and get a reply every few hours. It ended up frustrating me and bringing it up. Now I don't know these friends, never met them, but from what he's told me, they are the boys. It seems they are comfortable making jokes about women and belittling other people, and are racist jokes or remarks or saying gay as a joke, using slurs like retarded, etc. I even asked, would these men be safe and comfortable to be around your daughter? And he hesitated to answer, and eventually said no. My boyfriend is not like that in the time I've known him, 3 years now. But he seems too comfortable in that type of environment, and I've asked him to reflect if that is a good group of people to be around. We were planning on moving in together, at least in the talks. But I brought up how you are who you surround yourself with. He has defended this group of men, saying he is not cutting them off, and as if I'm basically asking him to leave them. The end goal is marriage. The friends never seemed a problem. He rarely saw them in the beginning. But now they're a part of his weekly routine for the past 7 months. It makes me think if we do move in together and get married, these guys will be a part of our life, or at least his. But to my understanding, when you marry someone, you become one. So it's how I feel about it. Too long did not read. I asked boyfriend to reflect more on the company he keeps around. Your boyfriend is most likely not like that, because he's on his best behavior around you. It won't last. You haven't met his friends in 3 years. So he's telling you that these men are racist and homophobic? And you don't think that means he's racist and homophobic? You've known him for 3 years, but you've never met this group of friends that he sees multiple times each week? That seems sus.